Hello and welcome to Information Insider. Top 5 Rare Animals in the World. Number 1. Pangolin. Pangolins are up to 4.5 feet long and weight 5 to 27 kilograms. Pangolins have enormous, defensive keratin scales, comparable in material to fingernails and toenails, covering their skin. They are the only known vertebrates with this component. They live in empty trees or tunnels, contingent upon the species. Pangolins' eating routine comprises of primarily insects and termites, which they catch utilizing their long tongues. Four pangolin species happen across Asia: the Indian pangolin, the Chinese pangolin, the Sunda pangolin, and the Palawan pangolin. Four species are found in Africa south of the Sahara Desert: the ground pangolin, the white-bellied pangolin, the Goliath pangolin, and the dark-bellied pangolin. Pangolins live mainly on a careful nutritional plan of underground insects and termites, which they might enhance with different spineless creatures including honeybee hatchlings, flies, worms, night crawlers, and crickets. Pangolin population declines. In excess of 1 million pangolins are assessed to have been taken from the wild beginning around 2000, with poaching for exchange. Asian business sectors considered the primary driver of populace declines. This is assessed to ultimately depend on 80% in certain species throughout the course of recent years, with a further 80% downfall anticipated over the course of the following 20 years. Pangolins are poached and transported into China and Vietnam consistently. This high cost, up to $3,000 per pangolin in China. They're the only genuinely scaly animal. Pangolins are the only sort of vertebrate with scales covering their bodies from head to tail. Whenever undermined, pangolins roll up into a defensively covered ball to safeguard themselves. Pangolin diet is really specific. Considering that they have no teeth in their little, tightened heads, you could wonder, what do pangolins eat? As a matter of fact, they are expert feeders on insects, termites, and bug hatchlings. A grown-up pangolin can eat upwards of 70 million bugs every year. Pangolins are incredible climbers and swimmers. Including Africa's dark-bellied and white-bellied pangolins and Asia's Sunda pangolin, are energetic climbers that invest most of their energy in the trees, utilizing their semi-prehensile tails to assist them with holding branches. Pangolins are additionally fit swimmers. Pangolins close their ears and nostrils while eating. When pangolins find the treat, they close their ears and nostrils to keep the bugs from going inside places they shouldn't be. They have really lengthy tongues. Pangolin tongues are extraordinarily lengthy and muscular, up to 28 inches, or about the length of their bodies. Their tongues are very sticky, allowing them to get and eat bugs without any problem. They don't have teeth. Pangolins, in a momentous presentation of variation, swallow little stones and grains of sand, utilizing these as normal processors in their stomachs to separate their food. Life cycle of pangolins. At the age of 2, pangolins reach sexual maturity. Most pangolins bring birth to one baby, however 2 and 3 babies have been reported in the Asian species. Pangolin moms nurture their young babies. A mother will defensively move around her. Life cycle of pangolins. At the age of 2, pangolins reach sexual maturity. Most pangolins bring birth to one baby, however 2 and 3 babies have been reported in the Asian species. Pangolin moms nurture their young babies. A mother will defensively move around her child while dozing or on the other hand whenever threatened. Infants nurture for 3 to 4 months, however can eat termites and insects at 1 month. As the mother pangolin hunts for insects, the young will ride on the base of her tail. Behavior of pangolins. Pangolins are singular. Most are nighttime and highly secretive. During the day, black-bellied and Sunda pangolins are known to sleep in trees, while Chinese pangolins sleep in underground burrows. Pangolins are very much adjusted for digging. They dig tunnels with their strong legs and paws, involving their tails and back legs for help and balance. Number 2, Kakapo. Kakapo is found in New Zealand. Their lifespan is about 60 to 125 years. They are 23 to 25 inches long. Their weight is about 1 to 4 kilograms. Their diet includes plants, seeds, fruits, pollen. Around 2022, the whole grown-up population was only 252 living parrots. At a certain point, the kakapo population had dropped to 49 birds. They are the main parrot on the planet that can't fly. Kakapo have short wings for its size and are inadequate with regards to the fall on the sternum, breastbone, where the flight muscles of different birds connect to permit them to fly. The kakapo is the heaviest parrot on the planet. The kakapo is the heaviest parrot in the world. Some can weigh as much as 4 kilograms. Kakapo can parachute. While they are flightless, they can involve their wings as a kind of parachute to drop down from the treetops to the woods floor. The kakapo will freeze to try not to be seen by hunters. When something terrifies this bird, it doesn't fly, so instead, it will freeze and remain in one situation to attempt to mix into the surroundings. They have defensive technique that has worked against many predators. They have an intense feeling of smell and whisker. They can recognize various scents while searching for food around night, which has just been kept in another types of parrot. Their whisker are accepted to assist them with feeling the way in dark forest. They're potentially perhaps of the longest-lived bird. Kakapos are likewise potentially one of the world's longest living birds, for certain reports recommending a life expectancy between 90 to 100 years. Different evaluations are around 50 to 60 years, which is still somewhat great for a bird. Number 3. Purple frog. Purple frog is up to 7 centimeters long. Their weight is up to 165 grams. The purple frog is a frog animal category in the family Zooglossidae. It lives in the Western Ghats in India. Normal names for this species are Indian purple frog, pignose frog, or donut frog. It was found by S.D. Biju and F. Bossiat in October 2003. This frog's body is formed much the same way to that of most frogs. It is fairly adjusted. It has a little head and a surprising pointed nose. Grown-ups are commonly dim purple in variety. Its cry sounds additional like one from a chicken. The frog spends most of the time underground. It comes out just for around 14 days, during the storm. This is to mate. In contrast to numerous other digging types of frogs that feed over the ground, this species eats underground. They feed essentially on termites utilizing their tongue. The purple frog has one direct relation, Bupathi's purple frog, which likewise lives in the Western Ghats. Just 135 people of this species are known, of which just 3 are females. The significant danger to it is living space loss because of human violation. Number 4. Vaquita. Vaquitas are about the size of little human, finishing out at around 5 feet in length. Their weight is up to 120 pounds. With dark boundaries around their expressive eyes and rounded mouth. They're known to be shy and tricky. Vaquitas feed on different deep water fishes, squids, and crustaceans with a lifespan of at least 21 years. Researchers say there are possible just 10 vaquitas left on the planet. Vaquitas have strong bodies with a rounded head and no beak. They have dark patches around their eye and lips and little spade-shaped teeth. Vaquitas likewise have triangle-formed dorsal fins in their backs. The vaquita is the world's rarest marine well-evolved creature and is needing our assistance. Vaquita are frequently gotten and suffocated in gill nets involved by unlawful fishing activities in marine safeguarded regions inside Mexico's Bay of California. Number 5. Madagascar pochard. The pochard is a medium-sized duck in the range of 42 to 56 centimeters in size. And weight up to 685 grams. The Madagascar pochard goes through 38% of its day feeding. The diet is directed by oceanic bugs. A study looking at their feces observed that caddisflies were the most usually found bug, followed by dragonfly larvae, bugs and flies from the family Chironomidae. Decline. The duck likely began to decline emphatically at some point in the last part of the 1940s or starting 1950s. The reason for decline was the presentation of various fish species in the lake that killed the majority of the pochard chicks and harmed nesting sites. Adult birds are also likely to have become causalities of introduced fishes. The last record of numerous birds at Lake Alautra is from June 9, 1960, when a little rush of around 20 birds was spotted on the lake. The population stays small and at incredibly high risk of elimination, hence Madagascar pochard is evaluated as critically endangered. The wild population appears at up to 70 people.